Well, good morning. Let's get these grills cranked up and ready for some pulled pork. Pulled pork's ready. We're just going to bring these grills up to temperature and be ready to put them on. Lots of smoke, folks. I got cherry versus cherry pellet versus cherry chunk. For my pork butts, we're going to do some pulled pork sandwiches, pulled pork sliders, maybe some pulled pork quesadillas, pulled pork with some pinto beans. It's going to be a pulled pork afternoon. We're going to see how these two hold up next to each other. It's about 48 degrees outside. The birds are chirping. Hopefully the sun will come out. It won't matter. We're going to have pulled pork. Stay tuned. Is that normal? Well, it wouldn't start up for me earlier, so I had to shut it down, restart it, and now this. We'll figure it out. There we go. So basically, there was just a few pellets on fire and just bellowing smoke. And so until I got the lid open and got enough air and oxygen, which I had to actually turn the temperature up to kick the fans on higher, was enough to evacuate all that smoke, catch on fire. Well, let's rephrase that. Ignite the pellets, and it's lit up, and hopefully we're good to go. Let's shut it down, and hopefully it comes right up to temperature. Yep, it's definitely ignited now, and definitely burning well. Just as a side note, the summit, it's already lit and at temperature. The birds are loud this morning. Alright guys, we'll see you after a bit when we put those pork butts on. Alright guys, let's get these pork butts going. Here we go. I just had it open, so it's a little low in temperature. That's okay. Just going to grab this one, set it down right there in the middle. And here we go. Woo. Both of them I'm going to cook at 250. So they're 160, 165. Let's probe. We've got them both on. We've got them both probed in temperature. Got the probe here. We're at 195. We're just a little over 220. It'll come up to speed. I think both at 250 for the next 4 or 5 hours, probably right in there. we'll get them wrapped at 160, 165, depending on when we catch them. I'm looking forward to this. Both on cherry. This one's on cherry chunk. This one's on cherry pellets. Let's see how they turn out. They're actually Traeger cherries because I couldn't find the Weber cherries. But we'll give these Traegers a chance and see how they turn out. Just want to come in, set it, forget it, come back after 6 or 7 hours and not have to worry about things. I'll let you know how it turns out. Stay tuned. All right, we're at 165. 165 on this one. How we looking? Woo! Get you in there close. Let that one go. Ooh. We've got a little bit more bark on it. Get you in there and see that. All right. Alright guys, I just wrapped them 165 and 170, right about 4.5 hours. These things are smelling delicious. I cannot wait. The Summit charcoal has a little bit more bark on it. Both of them though, the SmokeFire and the charcoal, they have cooked evenly right at 250 for both times. This one flared up a little right at the beginning, eased in. The SmokeFire dropped down to 190 for just about the first 15-20 minutes of the cook. So a little difference, and this one's getting oxygen and burning coal. This one's just losing heat out and not burning as fast. They caught up. They've been level since the beginning. Pretty pleased with both of them, and they are smelling so good. I'm looking forward to the final results. We'll pull them around 205, 210, somewhere in there. Just depends on the time of the day and where they're sitting and how smooth those thermometers run in and out of them. Both of them have just the regular standard seasoning, and we'll see how they come out. Talk to you soon. $130, supposed to be $250. What do you mean low fuel? We got plenty of fuel. It's just all stuck up here. Great. What's going on down there? It's empty. Well, I guess the silicone spray didn't work. But this is a different brand. This is the Traeger brand. And look how dusty it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's full of dust. Crap. Like it's just, I don't know. It's a perfect example of it right there. I don't know. It's just gross. So maybe it's just this particular pellet. Anyhow, we're sitting at 130. Should be at 250. We're at 184 internal. Maybe I can bring you over here and we can see where we are here. We're a little high on this pit actually. Oh, and there I got some fans. Little battery, we're at 275 and at 180. So we're 275 because there's a piece of chunk in there that is actually cooking, or was actually flamed up after a while, and that's just ignited some more charcoal in there. It'll cool back down. Right now we have the top vents all the way closed, and we're still gonna see here 125. I think that fan's going to kick up. I'm already seeing some smoke coming through, and hopefully we'll be good to go here shortly. Maybe another couple hours and we'll have these things in the cooler ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. That is a grease fire. And that's a grease fire with my food on there. Not pleased. We'll just let that keep burning. Back to work. Back to work. All we can do is say sometimes things happen. Back to work. Two 210. All right, we're gonna pull it off. We'll be right back. All right, dude, we're at temp with neither one of these. Worried about breaking my trash can.
No, it's just a lid.
It's what?
It's just a lid.
Huh.
I don't need them.
Like he doesn't need Minecraft. Alright, test them out. Look at this one. Since we have a little fire, this is from SmokeFire, and it sure does look like it had smoke on it and fire. But we're gonna get right past all that. Not worried about it. Hold on. Right there. Cut through this twine. This butcher's twine. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. I don't think I'm gonna have to pull much of that one. Okay, here we go. This one will have a bigger bark on it, which I'm gonna have a hard time just holding on to it. Whew. Look at that. Wow, oh my goodness. I'm going to go ahead and shred them up, and you want to test them out? Alright, listen. They're so hot that it's not going to take much here. Look at that. This is fantastic. Just coming apart. Oh, look at that. This is off the Summit charcoal.
You even eat these?
Now, this one's off Summit pellet, SmokeFire.
This one looks better.
Now, this one had a little flame issue.
It's hot, like real hot.
Yeah. That smoke ring on the SmokeFire. Well, yeah, pretty equivalent. Only difference is this one fell apart a lot faster, but that's a pretty good smoke ring on the SmokeFire. All right, guys. Well, peace. Hey guys, thought I would give a little update on our pulled pork competition between the SmokeFire and the Summit Charcoal. The Summit Charcoal ran like a charm, always does, never seemed to have an issue with it. The SmokeFire ran into a little problems with the feed. We let it run dry because we weren't pushing the pellets down manually, and that caused us to run the auger dry. When we pushed down, we had a raised temperature. The raised temperature caught grease on fire. Overall though, it came out fantastic. We were able to get the grill back in temperature. We were able to move the pork off and move it back. Overall, fantastic. No issues there whatsoever. Pulled pork, it came out fine. I think it had a little less smoke ring, but it was tender and it really was hard to hold together, honestly. Internal temps, I pulled them both off at 210, so they should have been real close together, but that's just the quality of meat. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one, sometimes you got to cook it a little longer, and I try to pull them both right at the same temperature, keep them in the cooler for the same amount of time, and pull them out. So it was as close to a side-by-side competition as I could do with the two. Overall, not upset about either one of them. They both turned out great. The flavor is there. Definitely can tell the cherry flavor out of the chunk wood is more predominant than the cherry was on the Traeger pellets. In addition, those pellets, they seem to crumble a lot more. There's a lot of dust and a lot of crumbling with them. I won't use the Traeger brand again. That's all I could find in cherry in a short minute. Anyway, that's my quick update. I think they came out great. You should try it. No problems whatsoever. Watch the temperature, watch the pellets, make sure you're pushing them down so you don't run into issues. It's definitely not a set it and forget it. Not right now, at least, until we figure out how to get these pellets to slide down more frequent or more reliably. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.